Hello guys, what is up? This is Marquito. Today I'm gonna be reviewing the hero Freya. That is one of the most common heroes in the game, one of the most common heroes for people to 10 star and also T4. And why? Because you get a free copy of her when you reach level 100, I think. Of course I don't have it anymore, but you get a free Freya on the beginning. You can buy her from the soul shop, and also she is on the advanced wheel. So there are multiple ways to get copies of her. Miracle Eyes also, she's really common, and that's why a lot of people build her really early on. And she's a hell unit, so there's something special going with her. Usually heaven and hell units are stronger than the rest, but that's something else. I used to have two of her because I really liked Freya. She's a really easy hero to get copies. She's really easy to build and to use. So that's why I used to have two of her. Now I converted one to as a top just for PvP. And I like to call her the PvE goddess. And let's go to her skills now. She deals damage to all the enemies. Has 36% chance to petrify targets for 2 rounds, all the enemies. 50% chance to drain the enemy's energy by 15. So the control effect is her thing, her main thing, and she can also drain enemies' energy, and some of them will fail to cast the first round because they got their energy drained. She can petrify on her basic attack, that's not major, increases her skill damage by 100%, HP by 40, and speed by 60. So that's really big also, because with this she becomes one of the fastest mages by default on the game. That's really big, and because of that we have a build for speed. And each time this hero petrifies one enemy, her own attack is increased by 50%. And that stacks, and that's really big. That's her main thing. To fire her skill, petrifies as much enemies as possible and get her damage to be increased by a lot on her next cast. For PvE, that's good, but not major. If she can cast a second round, mostly she wins a fight. But for PvE, if she uses on PvE, for players who don't know, it's player versus environment. So Planet Trial, something that you're not fighting a real opponent like Planet Trial or Den of Secrets. She can go crazy because you just gotta keep trying again and again until she petrifies 5 or 6 enemies, and her damage will be increased by a lot, and she will do crazy damage. On Interstellar Exploration and Friends Boss, she's not really good. It's just more for Planet Trial, Den of Secrets, and Guild Boss that she would do really good. Her talents, I forgot it. Now to her equips and talents. She could be using a damage based room like attack or defense break. Defense break is a little bit better, but I like to keep attack because sometimes I like to throw a Ragnarok here. Or a speed room. So for PvP, the speed room is actually better from what I've seen and I tested. I use it to have speed on my other Freya, and that's what most people use these days. So she can be really fast and petrifies the enemies as early as possible so they don't fire round 1. And on the artifact, it's always energy. There's no going around. If you want to have her at a full team on her main team, you want to have energy on her. Maybe you can throw any of these damage dealing artifacts, something like this, maybe the speed one or the Dragon Blood. But you want to have speed energy on her eventually. This one you can get on the star shards, you can get on the Moon Shop. Her talents, if you are building the speed rune build, you want to have also the speed rune on speed talent on her. If not, if you're using the attack rune, you can go with attack T1. Damage reduction on this one, there's no going around, and resist 1 control effect. That's also what you want to choose. She also has a skin which looks really good, but it's not one of the best ones to be buying. But if you still have it, it's great. It's an awesome skin. Now for planet trial stages. As I mentioned, you just want her to go off once. That's all you need. So you just gotta keep trying again. You can use the macro that I have here on the blue stacks until she freezes until she petrifies like 4, 5, 6 enemies, and her damage will go crazy. I don't think on this one she would do because she only petrified 2 enemies, but still got very high damage. Let's try again. Just a couple more times so you can see what I mean. I'm not gonna be trying like over and over on here, but that could be done. So 1, just 2 petrifies again, but she drained a lot of energy. She drained a lot of energy from the enemies. So now she just needs to basic attack once more. She also petrified here, so she will have the damage multiplier times 3, because that's what she petrified. And then she did over 1 million damage to 3 enemies on crit, and that's what I like about her. I don't think I will be winning this one because Monkey King of the backline is a bitch, but let's see if she can fire it again. Yeah, she did a lot of that. Yeah, I lost to that, but as you can see, Freya did go off. Unfortunately, this team is really... Yeah, Monkey King is a bitch on the planet trial stages. But as you can see, she's a PvE goddess. And I think I mentioned that the most damage that I ever got from a hero was from a Freya. So, and now for PvP, let's grab a decent opponent. As I mentioned, a lot of people had their first T4 as a Freya, and they're still using it until now. A lot of people are still using Freya. I don't know about these guys. Freyas. So as you can see, a lot of these players had Freya as their first T4. My Freya was one of my first T4s, and I used her for a very, very long time until I got someone better. And I'm gonna be using this team to fight him. I think this is a pretty standard team. It's the old Unity team. So a lot of people have this exactly team, or something like this. And on PvP, it's a bit harder now because you won't have her speed. So my Freya, maybe she won't go off that much. Yeah, she got her bubble popped really early. Yeah, she petrified the whole backline, Scode included, so their Scode won't be cleaning the rest of the team. I guess that's a win because of that. And now on her second cast, she should do a lot of damage more. Yeah, she killed Lorelei. So Freya did not a lot of damage, mainly because she's very slow and the other heroes fired before her. But as you can see, she fired she petrified 3 enemies on the back line. And I think that was the cause that I win the match. And that's what Freya does. A lot of times you should not be winning the match, and Freya makes you win it because she went crazy and she petrified a lot of people, like the enemy Freya right now. Petrified 3, mine petrified 2, and I don't have my skull doesn't have energy to cleanse my Valkyrie. Yeah, luckily mine got revived again. I think she will be firing again. Yeah, so by round 3 she fired it twice. And she did like crazy damage right now because she got some petrifies on the way. I still lost it, but as you can see, she was my top damage dealer. So Freya is pretty reliable hero. She could be your first T4 and also stay on the game with you until like you have many other T4s, and she will still be on your main team. And it's also really good to keep one around. That's why I keep mine, to grind levels on them of secrets and also on planet trials. You could basically single-handedly go until stage 140, I think, just by herself, by trying again and again and petrifying a lot of enemies. And I guess that's all for today. Thanks for watching. if you were in doubt of building her or not, just go for it. She's a really decent hero, and go for it. She's great. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.